All right, so today we're going to talk about modal verbs. That's chapter 4, page 126, Seite 126 und 127, 128, Kapitel 4. Yeah? First of all, think about English. What are modal verbs in English? You have quite a few more than German, actually. Can, must, have to, should, be supposed to. They're verbs that usually need another verb to finish a sentence. You cannot just go around and say, I can, unless you're the president. Or you have to say, what can you? I can play the piano. I can do this. So modal verbs usually need an infinitive. So in German, this is easier than English. Actually, we only have 6. Können, müssen, wollen, dürfen, sollen, mögen. First of all, we'll talk about the meanings of the verbs, of the modals, and then we'll go into the grammar and what makes them different, okay? So, können is, of course, be able to, can, be able to. In German, we only have one können. There's not two different ones. Ich kann, zum Beispiel, ich kann Deutsch sprechen, ich kann Englisch sprechen, ich kann Italienisch sprechen, ich kann 3 Sprachen sprechen. Ich kann nicht Japanisch sprechen. Ich kann nicht Gitarre spielen, ich kann kein Instrument spielen, nichts. Ja? Und yeah, so to be able to, can or cannot, of course. Ich kann nicht Gitarre spielen, ich kann nicht Klavier spielen. Dann müssen is must or have to. Be careful because in English you mostly use have to, not must when you speak. You don't say I must go now. I have to go. And in German, again, it's only one verb, müssen. There's not 2 different ones. Don't say ich habe zu gehen. Haben is have as in possession. You have something that belongs to you. When you say I have to go, you're not saying ich habe. You're saying ich muss gehen. So müssen is must and have to. Remember that. It looks like must, but really it's have to. Ich muss gehen. Ja? Ich muss heute, was muss ich alles tun? Ich muss heute meine Tochter vom Kindergarten abholen. Ich muss meine Tochter vom Kindergarten abholen. Little side note here, Kindergarten is not kindergarten in German. It's preschool. No? Meine Tochter ist 4 Jahre alt, nicht 5. Sie ist 4, ich muss sie vom Kindergarten abholen. Another example with a negative, ich muss heute nicht arbeiten. What does it mean? Ich muss heute nicht arbeiten. Obviously, it doesn't mean I must not work today. I'm here, I am doing something I would consider work, right? So it doesn't mean I must not. It means I don't have to. So when you say ich muss nicht, it's not I must not, it's I don't have to. Again, müssen is much closer to have to in meaning. Ich muss, I have to. Ich muss nicht, I don't have to. Ja, ich muss heute nicht arbeiten, aber ich arbeite doch. Ich muss nicht, aber ich tue es, ja? Und ich muss heute nicht einkaufen gehen. I don't have to go buy groceries today. Can I go? Yes, of course. It's not I must not. I can go if I want to, but I don't have to. Ich muss nicht, ja? Gut. Und ich muss, was noch? Was muss ich heute tun? Ich muss heute meine Tochter vom Kindergarten abholen und ich muss, ja, für die Kinder kochen. Ja? Okay, gut. Let's go to wollen. Wollen means to want to, no? And don't be confused with will. I want to, ich will, looks obviously and exactly like I will and sounds like it a lot, but it's not. Ich will is I want to, not I will. So don't get confused there. Ich will jetzt Dr. Pepper trinken. I didn't say I will drink it, I said I want to drink it. Ich will jetzt Dr. Pepper trinken. Oder ich will heute Abend nicht ausgehen. Ich will heute nicht ausgehen. I don't want to go out tonight. I didn't say that I will not. I don't want to. Maybe I will. Maybe I have a birthday party, what not to go to. So ich will nicht means I don't want to. I might go out tonight, but I don't want to. Ich will nicht ausgehen, aber vielleicht gehe ich aus, ja? Good, so be careful there. Müssen is have to more than must, and muss nicht is don't have to. Will is want to, not will. And then let's go to dürfen. Dürfen means may, darf nicht, may not, or must not, and be allowed to, okay? Zum Beispiel hier im Klassenzimmer dürfen wir trinken, ja, wir dürfen trinken, aber wir dürfen im Klassenzimmer keinen Alkohol trinken, ja, und wir dürfen im Klassenzimmer nicht rauchen, ja. So we're not allowed to, we may not drink alcohol and smoke in this classroom, ja? Okay? Oder in Deutschland darf man mit 16 Alkohol trinken. In Deutschland mit 16. So in Germany, you're allowed to drink alcohol at 16. In Texas darf man erst mit 21 trinken. So in Texas, you may do that. You're allowed to do it at 21. Okay? Dürfen. Then we have sollen. Your book says sollen means should. It's actually closer to be supposed to. And what's the difference? Well, I should can be something that I say to myself. Oh, I should do this. But I'm supposed to. There's an expectation on somebody else's part. Like I'm supposed to go to the doctor's office today. I have an appointment. Somebody's expecting me. No? That's slightly different, but okay. Ich soll. Ja, was soll ich heute alles tun? Ich soll heute, was soll ich alles tun? Ja, ich soll meine Tochter abholen. See, you can say ich muss meine Tochter abholen und ich soll meine Tochter abholen. Both work. I must or have to pick her up and I'm supposed to pick her up. Both work, ja. Ich soll meine Tochter abholen. Und ich soll das Abendessen vorbereiten für die Kinder. Ja? So again, ich muss das Abendessen vorbereiten. I have to prepare dinner for them. Or ich soll. I'm supposed to. Ja? Good. Then mögen, your books say it means to like, which it does. But now you have to think about what's the difference between gern and mögen. Because last semester we studied gern. Ich trinke gern Kaffee. Das war heute Morgen. Ich trinke gern Dr. Pepper. And then remember lieber. Was trinke ich lieber? Kaffee oder Dr. Pepper? Ich trinke lieber Kaffee. Ja? Okay. So what's the difference between gern and mögen? Let me give you some examples. Let's see if you get it on your own. Ich trinke gern Kaffee und Dr. Pepper. Ich mag Koffein. Ja? Okay. Und ich esse gern alles. Ich esse gern Nutella. Ja? Ich esse gern Nutella. Ich mag Nutella. Ich mag Schokolade. Ja? Und was haben wir noch? Ich höre gern. Was höre ich gern? Ich höre gern viele Musikarten. Ich höre alles gern. Ich mag Musik, ja. Ich mag zum Beispiel Brave Combo mag ich, okay? Good. So, what is the difference between mögen and gern? If you listen to the examples, gern, the one we studied last semester, goes with verbs. Gern is actually an adverb. You say, I drink likingly in German. You don't say, I like to drink. So it goes after a verb. No? Ich esse gern, ich trinke gern, ich höre gern. Ich spiele gern, ja, ich spiele gern, was spiele ich gern? Ich spiele gern Words with Friends, okay? Scrabble, ja? But mögen goes with just a noun, no verb. Ich mag Kaffee, ich mag Koffein, ja? Ich mag Musik, ich mag diese Band, ja? Ich mag die Beatles, ich mag Pizza, ich mag Dr. Pepper, ich mag... What else are we talking about? Hören, essen, trinken. Yeah, anyway, a noun, not a verb, okay? So there's the difference between the two. If you're saying, I'd like to do something, to go, to eat, to drink, you have a verb, use gern. If you're just saying, I like Coke, I like pizza, no verb, use mögen, okay? Good, so we talked about the meanings. Let's go to the grammar part and, why are they different? Well, first of all, they are all irregular. All modal verbs are irregular. They are in English too, if you think about it. Most of the time, for example, you take can. You say, I can do this, you can do it, and she can do this. She can, not she cans. Usually for the third person, you add an S. She eats, she goes, but not for modals. She can, not she cans. She must do this, not she must, no? So even in English, they're a little irregular, but in German, they're pretty much irregular for all of the singular forms. Normally, we learned to conjugate verbs where you just use the stem and you add an E ending for ich. Ich gehe, ich komme. So this would be ich könne, but it's not. Ich kann. There's no E ending and the vowel is different. Yeah? Ich kann, not ich könne. Ich kann gut, was kann ich gut? Nicht viel. Ich kann gut, ziemlich gut kochen. Ziemlich gut. Pretty well, yeah? Und du kannst. Now we have the ST ending that we would expect, but still a vowel change. Kann, sie kann, no T ending, vowel change. So the singular is completely irregular. But then in the plural, it's regular again. We have the no vowel change, and the endings we would expect, the EN, TEN. And this is the same for all of these, yeah? Ich muss, no umlaut, so the vowel changes, and no E ending. Du musst, muss. Ich will, du willst, will. And these are going to be in your books, of course. Ich darf, du darfst, darf. Soll actually does not change the vowel, so this one does not change, ich soll. But yeah, there's no E ending for ich. Ich soll, not ich solle. Ich mag, changes again. Du magst, mag. So they are irregular, but only for the singular, not plural. Okay? And another thing to keep in mind is that in English, the infinitive follows the modal immediately. I can do this. I want to do this. I have to do this. I am allowed or not allowed to do this. I should do this. In German, and this is true for any time you have two verbs, one conjugated and one not. In German, the not conjugated verb, in this case the infinitive, will go last. The conjugated verb, the one that changes, no, this one changes, okay, goes, where does it go? Do you remember? It goes second, verb second, okay? The conjugated verb goes second, depending on what you start your sentence with. The other one that's not conjugated, that's always the same, the infinitive in this case goes last. Let's take a look at these two examples. Ich kann gar nicht gut singen. There are more examples I can give you with what I cannot do than what I can, so I use the negative. Ich kann gar nicht gut singen, ja? Ich kann nicht gut a lot of stuff, okay? The negative is where I have more examples here. Aber ich kann viele Sprachen sprechen, ja? That's what I can do. I can speak languages. Ich kann viele Sprachen sprechen. So the infinitive is at the end. Ich muss morgen nicht arbeiten. Again, this does not mean I must not. It means I don't have to. I don't have to work tomorrow. Yeah? Ich muss morgen nicht arbeiten. And arbeiten is my infinitive. It goes at the end. Okay? Good. So that's all that we need to cover as far as modal verbs. And you'll have to, of course, practice. We'll practice in class and through homework. Tschüss.